Madam X is Madonna's most recent album. It was released in 2019 and had either positive or mixed reviews. It is very experimental whilst including the instrumentals of world music, particularly Latin pop with a mix of trap. Madam X is a persona, a spy with different identities, traveling around the world upholding justice and freedom. It has an almost perfect concept, but is the execution the same as well? 𝕬𝕤𝕤 is the album opener and the lead single on Madam X, which features 𝕬𝕤𝕤. I looked up the translation for the song, and it is recognized as an invitation to explore the place of Medellin, describing how aesthetic and scenic the city is, presented with a seductive tone. At first, I really liked the song and played it a few times after the first listen. Madonna's verses are very catchy, especially the cha-cha part is a soothing one to listen to. However, the more I listen to it, the more it begins to wane on me, and it felt a bit mellow. I am more focused on Madonna's verses than 𝕬𝕤𝕤's. I think he could exert more energy and impact. I like their harmonization at one point, but other than that, I did not find any element unique to the song. I do not mind Madonna's tuning in this song, but I am really torn if it should be included or not. I do not think of it as a strong album opener, and as a lead single, I think it is a solid track. I just don't think I would listen to it over and over again. Dark Ballet is another single. The song expresses the history of Joan of Arc, a now-known saint and heroine in France. She was captured and burned to death, accused by many charges, mainly by people of the church. This is actually the first song I discovered in this era a long time ago. I have high standards for this track because when you think about Dark Ballet, think of a grand production and sophisticated performance. The two verses in the first minutes or so, I am very intrigued with. Then the instrumentals switch dramatically into a sample of Tchaikovsky's Dance of the Reed Flutes in the Nutcracker. The bridge is in a robotic voice that I had trouble understanding. In fact, the final verse garners Madonna's views in a monologue-like form. I do not know how I feel about this song. I really want to give it a chance because the production is nice, but the switch broke my immersion. It is definitely experimental, and I do not mind the tune in this one. I prefer to just listen to it when I play the whole album.
Trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning.
God Control is serious yet unexpected. It talks about gun violence and how it affects all people. The song also advocates for gun control and encourages everyone to wake up to prevent the harm repeating in a cycle. Okay, this is my weird taste showing. I really quote-unquote love some parts of the song. I can see why people are conflicted listening to this, since there is a sudden juxtaposition from a serious gun control message to a completely 180 disco euphoria. I think the first minutes is a bit heavy for some people, and I can totally agree. I actually normally skip it to the disco part due to its hypnotic bliss and the spark to dance as well. I think the merch at the end is very decent. I love the song only on the middle part, which indeed that is the only part that I listen to. The vocoder effect together with the violins are very colorful and eccentric to hear, which I personally enjoy. The wake up parts are just pure orgasm. If it had a different theme or subject, then I think I would appreciate it more fully, like the disco parts. Future is a reggaeton-styled single, which features 𝔼𝕣𝕒. It has a very uplifting message and suggests everyone to be more positive and forget the mistakes in the past. It is a feel-good song, and it truly balances the heaviness of the previous track. I like the trumpets in the instrumentals, and the song also being dance-friendly. I like Madonna's vocals, but I wish she could have done more lyrically. 𝔼𝕣𝕒, on the other hand, I enjoyed his verses, especially in the very last part, when he describes the future crucifixion on a cross. I do not know the meaning, but I really love the lyrics somehow. His lyrics became more interesting as the song continues to progress. The track is simple yet very encouraging for the listeners to hear. I would say it's a good song. I can see culture in batuca. Batuca is a musical genre which originated from Cape Verde. A group of women usually use the drums as instruments and perform for various occasions. However, they were banned by the church, considering it as an act of rebellion, which is mentioned in the music video. I felt like batuca grew on me when I listened to it multiple times. What sold me in this track is the drums and the heavy beat drops. I really like that she has given these women the opportunity to showcase on what batuque is like. It is very authentic and sincere. The problem I have with this is the tune on Madonna's vocals and the lyrics. I think she could have been easy or removed the auto-tune. I really do not like it in this song. Also, the lyrics are really flat. I wish she could have done more or spit bars, since this is the perfect theme to do so. It is a long way to go, although I really like that "Get That Old Man, Put Him in a Jail" lyric. If that is the basis of the lyrics and the energy of the song, would be favorable for me. Killers Who Are Partying is an underrated song. It is essentially Madonna saying that she would want to stand up for the minorities or the marginalized people. She sympathizes and describes how wild the world is and how lonely is the path to peace. I really like the instrumentals in this song. It gives off an eerie vibe similar to Dark Ballet and the beginning of God Control. I like the sympathy on this track and the chorus as well. However, it was very lengthy and barren in the beginning. I only liked it when more sounds are added towards the end. I also wish she also slows down the autotune in this song. Same reason as Batuca, to add more rawness and a genuine sentiment. The lyrics also felt short. It had potential and I wish she could have given more reasons on why she wants to fight for these people and understand what happens in their shoes. I am still figuring out the title of the song. It imposes the question, who are the killers that are partying? Is this song related to them? This song could have been more if she expanded the lyrics a bit. Crave is another single featuring 𝔼𝕣𝕒. It is a love song about longing for someone. It evokes neediness, possessiveness, and basically craving in a romantic relationship, which can lead to a dangerous path. If I could pick a flawless song, Crave would be it. It is simple but it captivates the listener, and it is very palatable for an experimental album. The instrumentals are just chef's kiss. You will just crave for more as you proceed. The oohs in the chorus are very lovely, and it has repetition, but that repetition correlates to the topic of desiring someone. 𝔼𝕣𝕒's part is also good. I love Madonna's vocals in this one. I do not know if there is tune, but the flow of the music is so natural. I really do not mind it. For me, this is a perfect song, as well as addicting to listen to. I suggest to listen to Crave first, as it is the most flawless song in the album. Crazy is okay. It is basically Madonna saying, I am crazy. What are you going to do about it? The Portuguese parts are also translated that everyone drives her crazy because she is called crazy. Crazy, right? This is, I think, a haters back off song. To be honest, I do not really like this one. It is super repetitive and take a shot every time she has said crazy, even in Portuguese. I know this is some fans' favorite, and I am sorry I cannot vibe with this song. The lyrics had too much repetition, and I do not know what to say in the verses because the chorus is so repeated that it covered the whole song. The only part I like is the beginning, where she serves us ratatouille, and the additional backing loca in the end chorus. Overall, it is too repetitive for me. It would indeed drive me crazy. Come Alive, You Missed Your Chance. It is a follow-up to Crazy themely. The song has empowering lyrics, which states everyone to be their own unique self and not care about anyone's opinions. I tell you that this song had potential. It has funky but bejeweled instrumentals, good verses, and a colorful pre-chorus. But then the chorus came in and I was disappointed. I thought it would be a grand chorus, considering the pre-chorus is somewhat leading to that. The stonks have failed. The energy had plummeted. The chorus was very light compared to the build-up in the pre-chorus, and it is not what I was expecting. I also love the ending of the song. If the choir is somewhat implemented in the chorus, then that adds hype. and a possible empowering track. I just don't want to listen to this again. All the elements are connected, but the chorus is just disappointing. 𝕬𝕦𝕤𝕚 had a moment. It is a contemplation song, and Madonna is in her search to presumably find her identity. I searched the meaning of Occident, and it refers to the places that fall on the west part of the globe. She was trying to say that she was lost, but she was not lost, which might be confusing to hear. I really like the self-awareness that this song has. I like the song when it picked up near the end, and the life is a circle lyric. The instrumentals gathered and delivered a performance in the end. The disadvantage of this song is similar to Killers Who Are Partying. The lyrics could have been more, and only half of the song is what I enjoy the most. The tuning on the vocals is okay. The second half of the song could have shared that upbeat, and the percussion production throughout the full length. I would say the song is listenable. Paz Gostoso is a cover featuring Anitta. The song was originally from a Brazilian Portuguese artist named 𝕬𝕒. I do not know if that is the correct pronunciation. And the song was said to be a hit in Portugal. The song talks about an affair with a man and how the singer is tempted by him. Themes like falling with a bad boy or temptation are evident. I can understand why this is popular in Portugal. It is very upbeat and carnival-centric. The song is just full serotonin and hype energy. Never mind the subject of the affair lyrics. Honestly, this is a good cover from Madonna and Anitta. And this might be also another strong collaboration in this album, alongside Crave. I really have no critique in this one. I really like Madonna's vocals, and the effects do add something odd, but it worked. The instrumentals are alarmingly beautiful. This is a perfect song to dance to as well. Bitch I'm Loca is another track featuring Maluma. I think this is also a continuation to 𝕬𝕤𝕤. I translated the lyrics. It seems like Madonna is introduced to Maluma's friend, and he describes how he likes her craziness. Apparently Maluma is Mr. Safe and Madonna is Mrs. Crazy. I think this is a hard pass for me. Sure, there is catchy parts in some places, but overall it is not for me. It reminds me a lot of similar Latin pop songs, which blew up sometimes in the 2010s decade. Some people may find disliking to these sounds. I blame Despacito for this. The lyrics of the song is like combined from both 𝕬𝕤𝕤 and Crazy, which is a mix to be heard. The instrumentals are okay, I guess. The song has energy, but to be honest, I like 𝕬𝕤𝕤 more. I do not know why, but I cringed at the end part. That dialogue, that's not it. I Don't Search, I Find is familiar. The song title and the quote itself, according to Genius, is a reference to Pablo Picasso. The lyrics is about finally discovering the peace and the new light in the life. The song had potential actually. It's giving me Vogue vibes, but it is like Vogue 2.0. I love some of the effects in her vocals, and the finally enough love is just satisfying to hear for some reason. Same problem as Killers Who Are Partying and 𝕬𝕦𝕤𝕚. The first half of the song is a little too long, and I enjoyed it when it picked up at the second half. The song itself is danceable when it gets to the second half. There is so much space in the beginning. I feel like she could add more details to spice it up. It has simple lyrics, and I feel like she could have done more, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. I feel like this is more of a filler track, but an enjoyable one perhaps. Looking for Mercy is the first slow and ballad-like song. The song is self-explanatory. The title said it all. She is looking someone for love, forgiveness, and sympathy, showing her vulnerability to us listeners. Sorry, I am not into this song. I did not find it appealing to listen to. The pre-chorus is so abrupt and the chorus just came in like that. I really do not like her vocals in this one. It seemed rusty but not raw. The instrumentals are good, but the other elements of the song did not correlate to that. I cannot connect with this song for some reason. I do not know. It's not memorable for me at least. 𝕬𝕦𝕤𝕚 is another single. It is similar in the sense to God Control, talking about the same topics. But with 𝕬𝕬𝕤, it is very empowering and motivational to the listeners. She is expressing freedom and courage, alluding to Maya Angelou's poem, And Still I Rise. I really like this song. It is a encouraging track and mobilizes justice for those who have fallen caused by the faults of the authority. She got political in this one, same as God Control, but I do not mind it. The song is very palatable as well. The flow is good. Madonna's vocals with the vocoder work as well, and the instrumentals are very uplifting. The lyrics are great and it is such a good song. The only complaint I have with this is that it ended soon, but the track was great. Now let us get to the weird sounding songs. First off is Funana. It is another music genre which originated from 𝕬𝕣𝕒. Funana brings joy to the listeners with the natural use of the accordion as instrument. The song has encouraging and peaceful messages, and we have Madonna mentioning late artists like Whitney Houston and Elvis Presley. I love the lyrics of the song, but the song itself is executed in a very odd way. The use of tuning on Madonna's vocals is not necessary in my opinion. It is used way too much in the song. The instrumentals are good, but the verses are delivered underwhelmingly. I do not know if I like the "Let's Go Dancing" lyric. It soars, but it sounds sore as well. This is indeed a pass for me. Back that up to the beat is interesting. I think this is a beat heavy party song with a more elegant and percussion type twist. It has the same vibes as Funana with a danceable aura and have fun and party lyrics. Same thoughts with this one as the previous track. The beat and vocals are too heavy for a listening experience. The chorus I would say is so abrupt. I admit it would be catchy, but the song is also delivered in an odd way. Madonna's vocals are heavily tuned the same amount of times as in Funana. The song is very repetitive. There is no bridge. Where did she go? Sorry, I am also not feeling this song, not as much as the last song on the track list. 𝕬𝕐𝕐𝕒 is a personal favorite. She is also accompanied by another artist. I do not know how to pronounce his name, so I will leave it in here to sing after Madonna delivers her verse. It is more of a relaxing song with lyrics that question the state of mind of the listener, is how I interpret it. Madonna is actually not only the main singer, but also used her vocals as part of the production, the repeated 𝕬𝕐𝕐𝕒, and therefore it is kind of great to listen to it. The instrumentals are very fitting to the song, and it makes the song danceable as well. This is like I don't search, I find, but if you add other elements to it, that would spice it up. The tuning on her vocals seemed magical in this track. I do not mind his dialogue either. It gives the song its experimental treatment, and I am here for it. Overall, I appreciate the song the more I listen to it in repeat. So now let me show you my rankings of this album. I don't know if it would change, but we'll see. I like the fun in this music video. While not my favorite MV on this era, I still enjoyed it. I love the choreography and the cinematography, the use of shadows and colors, especially the color red in that one moment, which fits well to the seduction of the song. I believe there is symbolism present in the video, divided into 3 parts, which I would like to interpret as the stages of love. First is the cha-cha class, symbolizing the introduction of the 2 lovers. The second is the feast, where the lovers get to know each other with their friends, or perhaps they go on a date. Lastly, the finale, where they ride their horses to the sunrise, maybe symbolizing a elope. Honestly, I love the feast part the most because it is the eye-catching part of the video. Crave has an interesting music video. I love the cinematography, the shots and the colors, from the black and white to the neon. What I love about this music video is that it is simple, but the shots taken from various angles carried Madonna and 𝕬𝕤𝕒's moments. I really like these shots in particular. The lighting on these ones are quite nice. I love how the background scenery is just simple, a structure from a place of New York, and the detail and freshness of these 2 singers. Overall, a good music video. It matches the aura of the music perfectly. This is actually the first video I have seen in this era, and I can say I am very surprised. Madonna is not in the video for most of the time. She only did appear in a span of 5 seconds or so. 𝕬𝕤𝕒 is the one who portrayed an adapted image of Joan of Arc, reenacting her interpreted death by burning at the stake. I believe Dark Ballet is the most experimental music video in this era, and it was indeed confusing to watch. Without context, that is, the cinematography and the angles are what captivates me. It is quite eerie and haunting, and I like that.
Chicken whining, chicken whining, chicken whining, chicken whining.
The God Control MV matches my thoughts on the song itself. Only a certain part is what I go back to. The first scenes are hard to watch since it features the images of gun violence and carnage. It is very disturbing to look at, and then it switched to this very bright and colorful scene where everyone is partying, having the time of their lives before the killing began. There is like a clock overlay in some scenes, and it goes back in time from the killing to Madonna going to the disco, which the whole video is essentially a flashback. There's foreshadowing and also advocation. I admit the video is too overwhelming in my opinion. I only go back to the disco glamour. It is just so mesmerizing and bright in contrast to the other parts of the video. The video is very cultured for me. What is special about this is that the focus is not on Madonna, but to the group of women who had collaborated with her in the production of the song. The images and the camera shots on the land of 𝕬𝕒 Verde is very stunning to look at. The highlight of the video is when it showed Madonna and these group of women recording the song itself in a session. I really like that they decided to include it in the video. It is authentic and sincere as well. I really like the music videos in this era. Sure, there is some confusion in understanding the topic of mentioned music videos, but it was an interesting and fine experience. The strongest points of the MVs are the cinematography, the angles, camera shots, filters, and transitions. They are just captivating to look at, honestly. I think they did a movie or documentary-like type of flair when it comes to the camera work and the editing. I would really like to discuss the era in its entirety, and I shall also discuss the singers' aesthetics in this era, which also includes the fashion. Madonna goes into a variety route in the Madame X era, and for that we love variety. I would say another word that comes to mind is experimental, since some of the looks have that odd but fabulous concepts. The wardrobe consists of having usually black and white matching colors, paired sometimes with red accessories, silver or gold jewelry, grand and elegant headwear, tailcoats or cloaks, and also the signature Madame X eye patch. Madonna also wears sometimes a black wig in various style, but mostly curled, along with her natural blonde hair, which is either curled or braided. Makeup is mostly simple, but the red lips are the center of attention. It is a sight to see her wear mostly black, and with my eyes of envy, I wish to replicate this era's aesthetics. Now here are 5 looks that I find find interest in or adored wholeheartedly. Even though this outfit had little screen time in its designated MV, it surely made an impact. I am very fond of the elegance of veils and how ethereal it is as an accessory. It is elegantly dark, and I like how it looks close up to add a sense of opulence and mystery. I love this outfit because it reminds me of Coraline's glow-in-the-dark sweater. It is a weird resemblance to eclair, but I see what I see. I like her wig and the star pattern on the outfit. It replicates the night sky as the background. I adore the 𝕬𝕤𝕒 white gown. I personally want to say that the bigger the dress, the bigger the interest. And I find interest in this outfit. The hat is the strongest piece on this one, and the fitting red glove gives the guys a splash of color. This one is my second favorite. I love how gorgeous she looks in this. The blonde bangs hairstyle is a living vibe. The elements of how detailed and glittery the guys is just stunning to look at. The black accessories give some form of simplicity, and the outfit is just a must-have for a disco party, honestly. This is my favorite look in this era. It has a little bit of historical Portuguese fashion with the headwear. The way that the photos are taken is just extravagant. I love the way that the dress flows, and I love it how it looks from head to toe. I am glad that this look is chosen to be the deluxe album cover. So what do I think about the era overall? Well, here's my feedback. The concept was great. A spy with different identities promoting freedom is very interesting. However, the execution was theatrical, and the lyrics had potential, but it felt short. The music is experimental, but there are a few songs that are palatable in today's date. It had the genre of world music, but it has its scope, set only to Latin, Baroque, and art pop. If you don't like autotune, then this album is not for you. It is used excessively throughout the whole album as an artistic expression. It worked in some songs, but it is quite unbearable in a few as well. Aesthetically, the era is gorgeous. The cinematography and the camera work are superb and cohesive. The fashion is extravagant as well. Would I visit it again? Probably my top 10 personal favorite songs. But the whole album is an artistic experience for me, and I like the experimentality that it brings to the platter. While not my favorite album so far, it is interesting. I am excited for the Madonna discography review. Unfortunately, I might stop at the 2000s, so sorry for Ray of Light and Like a Prayer, but I might do her past albums in a throwback type of segment. Feel free to stay tuned for my next review. Trust me, it is brutal out here to record in days, but thank you for watching.